is so funny about this is so funny. This is about what's the woman name? Zendaya. Um, she's getting backlash for claiming to be biracial. And that's not run that back. Remember I did a video defending her playing Aaliyah? And y'all said that Aaliyah was not biracial. Her grandmother is Anita and Native American. Look up, Anita is a tribe. Aaliyah was not pure black, and she did not look pure black. And so I had got a lot of backlash for defending Zendaya to play Aaliyah, okay? Also, I was surprised no one didn't get mad by Alexandra Strip or Ship, whatever her name was, who played Aaliyah. She also have a white mother, okay? So I guess because she looked more, she's light-skinned, but she not too light like Zendaya. And y'all saying she like a white girl, Zendaya, and what's her name? They're not like white girl. They can pass for Latinas, okay? You know, they're not Latinas, but they can pass for this particular look for Latina, okay? And so the point is, so now, since she said that she's a gray area on Twitter, so on Instagram, and they said that she, so folks on Black Twitter, let me rephrase that, Black identified American Twitter, because we're not pure black. Because one drop messed up our identity. One drop rule, we mixed with white, we're part white and part Native American. Okay, that's why we become different shades and shit. So I'm in the cuss. Dragged her down and called her, all type of coons and everything. She hate herself. Then y'all, the same people that trash talk this girl about playing Aaliyah, talking about Aaliyah was a light-skinned black woman. Excuse me, she was part Native American. Her grandma was part Native American, full-blown Native American, and she was light-skinned, and that's not a pure black trait, okay? It's kind of serious. And then one thing I'm going to have to debunk what Lovey T said in the video, because I got this information about this. Because I was looking at, if I tell you, I had my hair braided yesterday, so for some kind of go to work today. I'm going to have a big paycheck next week. More than, almost close to 60 hours of work this week. Yeah. Anyway, point is, I'm excited. I can't wait for my big check on Friday. Anyway, the point is, she said that there was a minority of black, when you say that about racial, okay. First of all, we don't all look alike. The people of African American descent in this country are not pure black. I'm thinking, I don't know I know that Lovey T's father is, I don't know where he's African American descent, because he's sure not pure black if he's from here. But they say her mother's Nigerian. Nigerians, there are some pure blacks in Nigeria, but let me explain the different shades, because even I talk to Nigerians and they say, how we have English background? Because I'm what is that, Rolling Stone. Yes, I'm sorry to say that, not to make me anti-white, but our white folk back in the day were Rolling Stones, and any woman they had. So that's why we whether by choice or by force, they saw a woman of color, whether it be a Native American or Asian or African, you know what I'm saying, or Aborigine, okay? Like for example, Igazig got Aborigine background, okay? So my point is, we're not, so when you say that, and I understand that, and I'm not defending one drop rule, because I get some backlash from folks in the multiracial community, because I'm identify myself as multiracial. When I say we all not pure black, we mix, they think I'm trying to say that we are mixed, because we have mixed heritage ancestry saying synonym, okay? They're pure black and we should be classified as pure, which I don't advocate that. I've said it many times in my videos that I do check 3 boxes. When I do get upset when people try to put only one black, and I have to let them know, excuse me, I'm not a pure black person. And I don't have to mention that we come in different shades. Every side, ignorant ass people, okay? I know my rights because I've been active of the multiracial movement since I was a teenager, which has been almost 20 years of it. Okay, and I haven't been openly active, but that's me on YouTube, reading more about it, conversing with people in this since I was a teenager on the phone, and actually meeting them on on social media and stuff. So I read a lot of books about multiracial heritage and ancestry and everything else. So that's why I know a lot about that, because I did my research, and I always knew that I was mixed, growing up, because I'm sorry to say this, I'm a camera skin person. I was, back in the 80s, they used to call me light skin, okay, because people said, well, that I don't know who changed the criteria, but back in the day, if you wasn't dark brown, you was a brownish complexion all the way to a high yellow complexion. You could, yeah, but if you was dark brown, you was dark skin. You know what I'm saying? So I'll never forget what light skin dude was on social media a couple years ago. Say, either you're light skin, dark skin, and I'm just like, yeah, well, you know. So he was from the South. Okay, so it's different. But I guess some up north, especially I heard like J Love talking about on Philadelphia. Okay, because it's very Afrocentric folks, extreme Afrocentric folks there. So, and if they my shade, they want to be pure black so bad, and they know that they shade is an admixture of not being pure black, so they will say they're dark skinned in order to knowing they not no little Ethiopian or Swiss night complexion, okay, to order to try to feel more black. You know what I'm saying? And I noticed that too, even when I was it's not just, I mean, folks, when I was in 2000, I mean, it's shocking as I got older, I was called, somebody referred me as a dark-skinned person, when I'm always was told, especially from my family, because I had a dark-skinned grandfather who never called me that, okay, but mentioned my complexion sometime, okay, that, you know, that dark brown skin is a dark skinned person. Now someone that's lighter than that is like, thank you, okay? So I grew up in the 80s and I was called. So when I was a child growing up and I got that little privilege, you know, because people say, oh, you look cute, you know, yeah, okay. Growing up as a child, I was a little lighter than I am now at the time as well. And when I was a baby, I was very light, okay? So when I was growing up in the 80s and you would see African children, and they didn't show the extreme exotic Ethiopians. They showed the real dark ones on television with fly. Okay, and I'm not making fun of my African people in Ethiopia, but that's what we saw on television. So when you see some white racist person say we from Africa, and I'm looking at them like, well, yeah, I ain't look at the hair, I'm looking at skin tone, okay? And I even asked myself, oh, we're from Africa? And they said, no, and another family would say, your ancestors from Africa, but then you're not from Africa. And black and other people in our community, and I was going to a mixed school, mostly white at the time before it became predominantly Latino, and you had some Latinos who was trying to be portrait type, okay? So, you know what I'm saying? So they'll mention trying to be like white folks, but white folks left that doggone town and made, you know what I'm saying, and, you know, and then I wanted to do it either, you know what I'm saying? So that's when we heard what someone calls Africans back in the day, because now folks like even from days of night they were called African American and they had to be called black, like Raven Simone was trying to say on Oprah. You know, we would fight them. We'd get mad because, you know, they were trying to make fun, you know, or, you know, they wasn't doing it in a loving way. They were doing it to be assaulting and offensive. And the content of it, the content of the tone, the voice, and everything else. So when I was a child growing up, I would say, well, excuse me, I might have hair like that, but I don't know, I look like, you know, I'm not dark like that. So, you know what I'm saying? So that's how I knew that I was a multiracial person. And I knew when my dad took the first non-black mixture, because they didn't talk about my white background until I got older, was about my Native American roots. So, you know what I'm saying? And I was 6, it was actually 30 years ago, right? So it was about 7, 6 years old at the time. So I always knew that I was not 100% black. I used to, you know what I'm saying? So that's my point, is that when Lovey T says it, because she's from Africa, they have a different perspective than we do, okay? A lot of Africans do not know. I have to educate that white people are not the American, true Americans here. And I'm glad I'm a mixture of all three, because like I said, the Native American people are the Native American. They don't know who it is. Excuse me. Besides African, I'm mixed with Native American, and I'm also mixed with white as well. So I had to educate my people from the motherland that the white folks are not, which is my people too, are not the natives here. My Native American ancestors were, and many of them are mixed with Native American, you know, down here. You know what I'm saying? So besides black and white. So point is, that's why that she don't understand, because I've seen people who like Zendaya in my neighborhood, okay? My community in the east part of Harris County did not look like, I mean, we have different shades of us. I saw folks like white folks, and like I said, they took my family, you know, didn't talk too much about the Creole roots on my grandfather's side, but the other family was dead as I got older. And I went to school with Creole and also they went to church with Creole people because I went to when I became a Catholic Christian. And it was a dark one. It was a rainbow coalition at mass. Okay, so I mean, so you know what I'm saying, from darkest dark to light, high yellow, like white folks, and like Hispanic folks. You had dark skinned people with straight hair and curly hair, no kink, and always with kinky hair. You had those with light with kinky hair and blue eye. Okay, you saw all that mixture. Okay. Yeah, so like a Mexican, everybody would think they were Mexican or something, or Puerto Rican, and they wasn't. They was a Black French Creole. So I seen people who look like that. So they're not the minority because not everybody look like Napito Yogo or Wesley Snipes color. Okay, we have different shades of. So that's very exotic. In, you know, maybe to not white people, and white folks are not God, but since their ancestors created that situation, that's why we come in different shades, because we're racially mixed. So that's why I don't go around saying that. And like, I saw the comments when on Love T show. I mean, it wasn't Love T, but she was, you know, defending it and it was biracial. I saw people saying in a white racist eyes, you're still a black girl, talking about Zendaya. I saw people on Twitter being stupid. I acknowledge that they're white racist people, and I'm going to say this again. I acknowledge there's white racist people and people who, white folks who don't think they're racist, who have that mentality, who are being racist, who will not see me as a multiracial person. Do you think I give a shit? No. Do you think I want to be a Rainbow Coalition friend with them? Hell no. Get that piece of trash out of my face. I don't want to be offensive because, excuse me, they don't, you know what I'm saying, the reason I say piece of trash, because that's racist in itself to say that I'm pure black because you want to oppress me and deny me opportunities because I have partially black blood. Because what's the origin of the one drop rule was? It was a slave law. It was not to try to teach somebody to be proud of their partial black and claim to be full black when you're not. Roots mentality that came after Marcus Garvey, which he was a fraud, okay? But during slavery, the one drop rule came in to make more slaves on the plantation. That's why there was a lot of mixing going on the plantation, because like the Virginia's law at the time would say if you were a slave, if your mother was a slave and you were mixed, you was the same status of the slave, of the slave mother. You know what I'm saying? So that's the reason why they had this situation. Okay, and yes, it did. I'm gonna get folks from some people who had their own different interpretation of the one drop rule history or one drop rule would tell me that it came in Jim Crow days, which is very true. But the origin came out of slavery. It became big in Jim Crow days because after all that mixing that happened, and many of us, like, you know, I have folks, ancestors who they look white. They was afraid that since, you know, we had white DNA in us, you know, and many of us do not look white, but we were dark skinned, light skinned, have white DNA in us, and those who did look white, we had the same status as they do because we were not pure black. So they was afraid that not only that it was going to have us the same privilege as white folks have, the same freedom as white folks have, but also it will also include interracial marriages. That's why they had segregation, because they was afraid if the two was just, I mean, it's common for human beings of different cultures and races to mix, okay, if they come together, okay? So since they was afraid of that, they had to be a one-drop rule, and which helped Jim Crow law, because, for example, President Ferguson, President was a Creole who looked like almost like a white man, who was on that train. He was sitting on the white side of the train. His family was free folks of color, free people of color in Louisiana. It's been a long history of them being a slave, so they was free people of color. They also married in the French white people, because it wasn't always by rape and master sleeping. It was also people of color did mix with white people back in the day, especially in Louisiana. Okay, a lot of folks want to talk about that part, but it's very true. It had indigent servants who was picking cotton with slaves. White indigent servants did mix with at the time. At the one period of time, they tried to stop that, but they did mix at the same time. So, point is, he was sitting on the train, and they did not. And then they found out he was partially black. They did not want that to happen because it gave him the same status of if they was allowed it to happen, and he was not pure black, he like a white man. It made him, you know, sensible to white, you know, privilege and blah blah. Exactly. So they didn't want that to happen. So that's why it was afraid of us race mix. Because if I did want to marry a white woman and some stupid Ku Klux Klan said, "Excuse me, you're black," I said, "Excuse me, well, my great grandma grandpa was part white, and so we have white DNA us as well. So you can't tell me I can't marry this white girl because, excuse me, your folks did what they did back in slave days." Okay, well, they get exactly. It would give me a little, not too much because I don't look like a white person, but you know what I'm saying. It would give me, you know what I'm saying. They was afraid of that, and then only the one drop rule affect those who mix with white. It also affected people who are partially black and part Native American who did not have no white in them. They couldn't get the benefits of being partially Native American. They couldn't get the reparations, the other stuff. So that's the reason why they had the one drop rule. It affect all people of partially black heritage. And if they were dark skins, because people think that everybody that's mixed with black, they always come out looking like, or none, coming out lighter, like camera, like myself, and always to high yellow. Okay, those who pale skin. That's not true. You have dark skinned people who came out of those mixtures as well. I'm talking about first generation. Okay, so you know, I say besides, I know this. I'm not saying when I said dark skinned people, people say, well, excuse me, a mulatto going with a dark skinned man, you know, having make a child. That happened too, and those people are mixed as well. Even just because they're dark skinned, don't mean they're not mixed. They still have mixed DNA in them. Okay. But you had dark-skinned mulattoes, and I'm talking about dark brown-skinned mulattoes, okay, who came out that mixture as well. So it would give them privilege to, you know what I'm saying, to have the same privilege as white folks because they had partially white DNA. You know, and one thing, you know, people try to exaggerate what a mixed person looks like. You cannot depend on what a mixed person. One thing, how George Jefferson, which is, I mean, if I was on the Jefferson show back in the day, I would say, excuse me, George Jefferson, you're very light-skinned to be saying all these honky this and honky that, trying to prove how black you are, okay, when you're not all that black. But the point is that when you mix the races, you have a sword of dots. When you're talking about, you know, Tom and Helen, okay? So, and, you know, they had Jeannie, and Jeannie was brown-skinned, and they had Alan, you know, who like a white man, who dark-haired white man compared for Latino or Asian, I'm not Asian, excuse me, Italian, I'm trying to say Italian, not Asian, Latino or Italian person, a Mediterranean person, okay? So, that's the whole reason why that they did not want that to happen. And to white folks to think that way, I would not want to be friends with them type of white folks. And one thing folks understand, not every white person thinks that way. I mean white people intentionally have met white people who do accept me as a multiracial person who defends the fact that, especially in the 90s when the Tiger Woods came out and said he was collaboration, I met people who actually defend that and acknowledge that. I never forget, there was many times I can't say I can put my hand on the Bible. I cannot sit here and say that there have been there never been a time where a white person say yes, you are a multiracial person and defend that. And I met people who face to face who say that. Okay. And I also met those who did not accept me as a multiracial person, and I didn't get the fuck out of my face. I mean, because that's how I felt. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be around. That's not no friend. And even if this some cousin of mine, since I have white DNA in me, I would not even want to be there. To be family oriented, whatever. You know what I'm saying? I acknowledge they're a relative, but I would not want to hang with them. I just diss them. You know what I'm saying? It's how I am. So, you know, people in the multiracial community, we acknowledge what white race people think of us, but we don't let it dictate our lives. And I think that people in the African American descendant community who are not pure black themselves, who identify themselves as pure black, need to stop thinking that, well, a white person say ghost like it's God in the Bible. You know what I'm saying? And, you know what I'm saying? You complain about white racism a lot, but you actually perpetuate white racism when you accept the one drop rule. And you also let them dictate what your life is supposed to be. I noticed that a lot, and then one thing that many people who do that hate me so much because I refuse to go along with it. I mean, I had backlash from both sides. You know what I'm saying? The black identified, they ain't pure black or white, and then anything else, and there's not pure black in the DNA in the white side. Okay, I had dealt with that before. Okay, and the other, I want to be friends with those type of people who don't accept me for who I am. No. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not going to have a pit party about not being accepted by of anybody, individuals, a group of individuals, no matter what their color is, who don't accept me for who I am. I leave that party alone and go and I do bad by myself. You know what I'm saying? So I think that a lot of mixed race people who say I'm not accepted, and that one thing I will teach my children, that mixed heritage, whoever I choose to marry, okay, and I will tell them, don't be friends with people who don't accept you for who you really are. And Zendaya, and I hope she's not do like the Mariah Carey one thing. I do love Mariah Carey, but I was upset with her when she said on the Lopez show, Lopez, George Lopez showed that she was only, that she considered black. And I said, excuse me, one drop rule, and I'm going to go ahead and educate y'all fools today. Sorry to say Mariah's one woman, sorry, but I love Mariah, but it's being foolish. The one drop rule has been abolished and found unconstitutional back in 1967 when they had the Loving versus Virginia case. Remember the so-called black woman? She was part Native American, part black. Mildred Loving and I think Richard Loving was a white man. They was from Virginia and they got married in Washington D.C. And it was, it was legal to get married. That's why Fred Douglass had his second wife as a white woman. He was mixed as well. Okay. And he came back to Virginia. And next thing that they was arrested for, intermarrying, racially marrying, and it was against their laws. They fought against it in Supreme Court, which is a true love win situation. I know how I feel about the gay marriage situation. Call me whatever you want to call it. Just because I had film to me, I have sex with men. I never had, don't want to, and I did not want to marry a dude. Okay, that's not my thing. But the true love win situation was the ending of the anti-miscegenation laws. Okay, that allow us to intermarry in a date outside race or classify race, because both of us mixed with white and anything else. Okay, besides black. So I defend Zendaya, and I'm getting tired of the people in African American because they don't want to be slaves. I said some people in Africa allow white people to dictate their identity. Okay, I'm glad that I rebel against that. They don't want to be enslaved to white folks. Okay, and like Love T was saying, they are insecure about who they are because why do it? I can understand in Zendaya say I'm not black at all. Okay, I'm just white or something, which it'd be hard to say that because she don't look all that white. But point is, but she sit there and say she's both because her mother is white, her dad is black identified man. Okay. Because I'm saying if he's from here, then need no pure black person to me, okay? Whatever your background is, because it wasn't for that mixture, your ASS would not be here, okay? And I can tell you because your parents are black, my parents are not pure black. They're just as mixed as I am, and their parents are mixed as I am. They have mixed DNA because it wasn't for those races mixing in their ancestry, we wouldn't be here today. Okay, yeah, I get that point. If it wasn't for the white man and whatever did and name it, besides the African, I wouldn't be here talking to you today. Okay? Okay, so I don't have full-blown African roots, and I never will. Okay, so I cannot, and it gets on my nerves, and I get flack from folks who are black identified who think I'm the cool one. They the cool accepting this white racist ideology. I'm going against it, and I just sit there and say, the white folks who don't accept that my multiracial identity and pride, get out my face. I'm not going to be your cocoa person of color friend. Okay? It's not going to happen. I have rejected white folks like that before in other races as well. I don't want them to deal, and I will tell my kids, do not be around people of any race who don't accept you for who you really are. They have a problem with your identity. They don't want to have a problem, not you. They have a crisis of your identity, not you having an identity crisis. You get my point? So I began very tired of y'all slave-minded, one-dropping, loving the masters, defenders, bashing mixed race people when you're behind mixed too. Because like I just said before, it wasn't for the race mixing in your ancestry, your ass would not be here today, and you would not be talking to nobody, and communicating or breathing at day and night, or able to wake up in the morning. Okay, your parents are not pure black, your grandparents are not pure black, and those before them are not pure black. I'm sure it take to 18 something or probably 17 to find a pure black person in your family. You know what I'm saying? So it gets on my nerves that people want to sit here and say that someone's pure black so bad, and then they want to get someone racial bigots or anything. Like they make fun of Tay Diggs. They talking about he a coon. He is not a self-hater. He's right. His child's mixed, and he is too. Okay, he didn't say he is, but he is. Okay. So I'm getting tired. Y'all being the coons, y'all being a self-hater, you letting a white racist person tell you how to identify yourself? That's a coon shit. That's being a slave. I ain't letting no white person tell me how to fucking identify. And I damn ain't letting no somebody with one drop of Negro blood tell me either. No matter if they mixed, whatever we are, but mixed identified or black identified, black identified, okay? It does not make any sense. I run this body, and I'm going to identify how I want to identify, and I'm going to go by what's in my own background, because that's how my ass got here. My ass, not 100% just came from Africa. It also came from North America and also Europe. So those three components came together, and that's why I'm here today, right now, talking to you on this doggone cell phone. It gets on my nerves when y'all sit here, let some white racist, old, stupid, old redneck slave master run your ass life. It does not make no sense at all to be bashing people who refuse to go along with their slave mentality and call us coons when y'all the ones being the coons in the sellouts. You let a white racist person tell you, and you talk about how white racist society. Yeah, I acknowledge what they identify, but I don't let their stupidity and their ignorance dictate my doggone life. Okay? And I don't want to be, I'm not even trying to please nobody but me. So I can get down with a white man, a white woman think about me. Okay? And like I say, they have a problem with my multiracial pride. They need to go to their great-grandfather who was a slave and just spit on their great-grandfather slave master graveyard for what they did. Besides just slaving folks, they also caused race mixing. Because we wouldn't be here today. Hello. Hey, well, not all of, because you have the indigent servant and you have the free people of color, man, especially in French, because I'm French Creole as well. So, in English as well. So, my point is, I get tired that, y'all like to, and y'all when I get people coming my, well, who told you you must be stinky or stupid? First of all, this is not a pure black color, dude. Dark brown to almost the color black is a pure black trait. Okay, now if you mix and you happen to look that way, you still mix because you had mixed DNA because your genes cause you to come out looking different. Besides, you might be dark, your sister might be light, or your brother might be, or your grandma, you know what I'm saying, or your children might come out lighter or darker than you. That's how it goes as a mixed race person. I want you to get to understand, mixed partially black people come in different shades. All shades, shall I say. But pure blacks do not come in different shades, or hair texture, or eye colors. Do y'all get the, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying about the Ethiopian? Ethiopians have Semitic DNA in them. Hello? You know what I'm saying? So please. And you have other Africans, yeah, there's mixed, who do look black and do look pure black, and have those who look like a light skin because they have, especially they come from Islamic countries, a lot of Arab, when they was converting the Africans there, mixed there too. Okay? And then later on the white folks came there and colonized the whole doggone continent. And Nigerians definitely, they do tell, and when I mention that, how do you know about the like I say, Papa Rosa, Rolling Stone, white men go all over the one thing. I understand how white racist groups like the KK and Neo-Nazis can hate race mixing, but our white ancestors went all over the world and did implant their seed wherever they go. You know what I'm saying? So they want to get when a person, a man of color, will be a man of color who's not mixed, or a person who is, who mixed white or whatever in between, who not mixed with white but mixed with something, but whatever person of color marry they white women, they get offended, but yet they have black and Native American and Asian women, okay, and Aboriginal women, East Indian women, Arab, they have all type of women, okay, so they don't make no sense to be getting mad about that. It's more than I understand how a white man can get mad about a brother going with a white woman, or Hispanic, because Hispanics are mixed, going with a white woman, or Asian going with a white woman, or neighbor, but they been with all type of women. Okay, they were not white by choice or by force. Let's get that straight. When I heard about the Oda trial, it made me, one thing, 20 years ago, I didn't have an opinion, like I said, till now. I do believe that he's innocent, but back then I didn't know what to think, and I'm welcome because he's partially black, because Rosa got white and Native American DNA in him as well. I wasn't gonna say he's innocent because he's black. I found out that his phone records back in 2006, Nicole's phone records proving that she was talking to her mother on the phone while OG was on the plane to Chicago. So that's why I say that's why he couldn't kill her. But back in 94, 95, I didn't have an opinion because nobody mentioned that. And one thing I got tired of hearing white folks talking about Nicole and OG to draw, but you have a lot of white men do marry, go a black woman behind their back, behind folks' back, you know what I'm saying, go behind closed doors. We hear about the corporate America situation going on. You think that Tyler Perry, the Fan of Praise situation was just a movie that goes on a lifetime in corporate America. A Latina or a black woman, well, black identified, should I say, or Asian going with a white man, okay, in corporate America. That goes on a lot, okay? Some of these white men go with prostitutes of different races. Okay? I'm not trying to say about interracial couples while white men go with a woman couple. I'm saying, you think that, you know what I'm saying, a lot of white men do go behind the people's back and marry, not marry, but sleep with someone of the opposite race. That been going on for years. But they'll get mad about a man of color dating a white woman. Which I never understood that logic. Very hypocritical. One of my friends, she ain't a friend of mine no more because she dark skinned. Her last child was from a white man. And she was telling me, we was talking about V. Steviano, who's partially Mexican, part black, and Don Sterling. And I said, well, you know, V. Steviano ain't with no doggone white woman, you know what I'm saying? And he was talking about, and Don Sterling was bad about her hanging around black. And he was saying, well, you know, some white men like that because even though we was together, she told me, my baby daddy, who's white, would get mad about a brother being with a black man going with a white woman, but he was with me. You know what I'm saying? So it was kind of stupid because, and then one thing I want to let you know, if anybody watch my doggone video, I don't have no problem with a sister going with white men. I'm mixed with white, besides black and American. Okay? I noticed that when I see this interracial marriages between a sister and a white man, whether they're married or they're dating, and I actually turn around and look, the sister get all scared and the white man does too. And I'm like, dog, I got nothing against your relationship, baby. That sister got white DNA in you too. You're white. Okay, we not pure black, and I'm not one of these brothers with a fist in my hand talking about black power, black supremacy stuff, and knowing that my ass ain't pure black. So I got no problem with you dating her, okay? So please, I want to get that cleared out. This is why we're talking about biracial identity and Zendaya. If you see me in public and you happen to be with a white man, do not give me in a problem because I ain't no problem with, you know, dating a white man. Okay, I'm not one of these brothers who try to control sisters. Just like I don't want a sister telling me who her behind ass ain't pure black herself. Tell me who I shit and I date because no one don't run that part but me. Hello, King Z, the Leo King. Hello. Point is, you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna be bothered about you dating a white man or any other race. I mean, I get tired of hearing that. I never forget, I was coming before they changed the cathedral downtown, the old cathedral, and we come from Mass. It was a sister in church. She had a white man, it was her husband, and I had to turn around and look. And they all gave me, and I said, "Hey," and they like. I'm like, dog, I'm not knocking your relationship down back in 2002 or 1. I'm not knocking your relationship. And I want to tell you straight up, I don't consider myself pure black at all because I'm not pure black. My parents do not have pure black DNA. I'm happy to be a caramel, complected mud, a caramel part of this world. I do not want to be pure black, pure white, pure Native American. I'm proud of being all three. And thank God he gave me those 3 roots in my family. So I will not be sitting here talking about I'm pure this and I hate this race. Come serious, I hear this a lot in Texas. I'm pure this and I hate the opposite race. They should not mix. They shouldn't be doing this. They shouldn't be this time me blah. I hate that mess. So please, to my mixed race people who look at my channel, we all mixed up in here. I don't care if you're a multi-generational mix like myself or first generational mix. Well, I don't think there's such thing when it comes to someone who identifies black from the United States. I ain't talking about from Africa. I'm talking about from the United States because there are a population of people, even though there are a mixed population of African people, but you also have a pure black population of African people there too. But here we don't have nobody. It's not no pure black in Americas, okay? Unless you just come from a tribe, some tribe in Africa, they not get mixed down with some Arabs or Europeans or maybe East Indians when the Europeans brought them as slaves because they did bring East Indian people as slaves in Africa. Okay, or Semitic mixtures, okay, like in Ethiopia and Eritrea, okay. Eureka, sorry. Okay, you get my point, all right? So my point is, if you come from the Americas, you're not pure black. I mean, I don't understand what's the concept of want to be pure something. I'm glad I am not pure nothing. I don't want to be pure nothing. I'm serious. Thank you, Jesus, for giving me a mixed background, okay? Shoot, so y'all know, Forces as identity as biracial. She is not pure black. She's not pure white. And I want the people to understand that people in the African American community, we're not pure but African. They're partially white and American. It's so stupid that you see this on geology stories like on PBS. They show the DNA, even though DNA tests do not show every detail of your background, but it proves that none of these people are pure black. So my question is, why are we still here fighting over what's one drop rule when we know it's not a law no more? There are two race category box, two races or more. At my job, I check that box on my application, and as you get higher, I check two races or more because I'm not denying none of my background. I'm glad I'm a multi-caramel part of this world, and I'm not dark skinned, okay? So folks who come in my long time talking about I'm dark brown and dark skin. And if I was dark skinned with mixed hair, I still would claim mixed hair because one good thing that I'm glad with my role models who's dark skinned and mixed and open about it is Tyson Belford. His mother is part Asian, which is Chinese, and part Afro Jamaican. His father is a Panamanian, which is Hispanic. And no matter how light or dark Panamanians are, they Afro Latinos. Latinos, men from Mexico, Puerto Rico, Cuba, Peru, whatever. Men of them are mixed as well. So I mean, I wish folks would understand that he's a dark skinned multiracial man, and and I'm glad that he made he brought barriers for him besides him and Shamar Moore. They brought barriers for us men of color and mixed race. So so I just get tired that y'all sitting here trying to make somebody people, and I want them. I'm glad before I close, I'm glad Lovey T said no one doesn't say to a person who's part Asian and part white that they're either white or Asian. Oh, hold up. Yes, they do. The cop, the little sick, nasty cop that raped all the sisters in Oklahoma, I'm getting tired of me of referring to him as a white man. When I looked at the picture before, that man don't look like a pure white man. He got something else in him. Did you know I found his mother Japanese? The cop, the racist, the raping cop that was raping the sisters in Oklahoma. That man's not a white man. He's mixed. He's a sicko bastard. He's a mixed person. Okay? He's not pure white. They did it to Andrew Cunanan. You remember the one that killed Versace? I was about to turn 18 during a year when Versace got killed and hurt. Man, I didn't care about him being gay or whatever. I like his clothes. Okay? And when they do the Andrew Cunanan, they were saying, we're looking for a white man. Did you know Andrew Cunanan's dad is Filipino? He is not full white. He don't even, when you think he's Hispanic, which is Filipinos, they are mixed with Spanish, so I guess you could call him Asian Hispanic. But point is, he don't look like no pure white man. Okay? You know what I'm saying? So they do happen to them. Yes, the media try to, it's stupid. Why y'all can't let a multiracial person just be themselves as multiracial? And I think that before I close, the reason why they wanted, and yes, they did it to people who are other races because they classify Latinos who are racially mixed as white in one period of time and still trying to do as well. You had that one period of time, the blood quantum, which is still going on today. The blood quantum with those who are mixed Native American, and that's a mess. Even some Native Americans who look Native American are not classified. They have to carry birth certificates on them to show they're Native American, to the blood quantum, if they family mixed with this and that. and they lose so-called blood quantum because the white racist government made that goes on too. So it's not just one drop rule. So I wonder, Love T, she watched the reveal that goes on. Baby, I read about multiracial. So they do it a lot. Okay. I never forget when I was in Job Corps, and I mean to tell their business about, like I mentioned, the person. And it was a girl who was part Asian and part Hispanic. She looked Asian. They classified her as Asian, and her mother, who's Mexican from Mexico. You would think, what the hell? You know what I'm saying? And, you know what I'm saying? And I know, because I worked at the Job Corps, and I never forget there was documents where people, because I can't say their names, because I'm sure, but there was documents of people who were racial mixed. One dude who's my complexion, but can't get hair, part Mexican, part black. He was classified for Hispanic. One girl I could stand. Remember the black skin girl, the tragic one that I didn't like in the Job Corps. They classified for Hispanic. Her father is African American descent and also Mexican American as well. So my question is, that happens a lot. That people do not want to mention race mixing because they can't accept diversity. You know what I'm saying? They really want the races to separate, because like I tell people, if they wanted to kill us all mutts, should I say, that'll be derogatory, they would have had to, but you can't do that. So to deny us, it's called paper genocide they did to the Native American people, and I'm part of the American. I can say this, they do paper genocide to multiracial people. You know what I'm saying? So to make us deny who we are, pick and choose what the society see us as society. Like I tell people, if society say crack is good, would you say crack is good? No, you would say crack is not good. It will kill you. And regardless if society say it's okay to do. You know what I'm saying? So, talking about moral decay, that's a moral decay to be told to lie about who you are just to please society. So I tell you like it is, and like I say, and that's my closest to Zendaya. My continue to do you not like Miley Cyrus, thank God. You're not like, me and the Disney stars who came out and doing, I was listening to Christina Aguilera yesterday, and listening to her Christmas songs at work, Christmas time, and I remember, again, she's mixed herself. Christina Aguilera, she's part Ecuadorian, part white, part Hispanic, part white. And I remember she was a beautiful girl, singing Gin in the Bottle, and then she went to Dirty, and I Lie Myself Tonight, you know what I'm saying, all that nasty stuff, and it wastes talent. And like folks say, she don't need to do all that trying to compete with Britney, okay? So, and I'm sorry, I love me some Britney, but Christina Aguilera can blow. She don't need to do all that to be nasty. She just sing, and that's it, okay? So she got soulful voice, baby. That mixed white Latina sister can sing, okay? She can sing, baby. Shoot, she got a soul in her voice, okay? So point is, that's why I get tired, you know what I'm saying? So I'm glad that Zendaya is not like no Miley Cyrus, not no Britney Spears, you know what I'm saying? And I hope Ariana Grande did not go that route, or Selena Gomez, you know what I'm saying? She's mixed too, she part white Italian, part Mexican, you know what I'm saying? And you got Demi Lovato, she's mixed, so she's part white and part Mexican as well. And I mean, I'm sorry, I'm getting tired of hearing Cool for the Summer, okay? Trying to do the new Katy Perry, you know what I'm saying? I mean, it's just, you know what I'm saying? I mean, y'all talking about the gay agenda. She was pushing the lesbian gay agenda as well, you know what I'm saying? Not to be homophobic or everything, but it wasn't long ago that her and Selena Gomez was on Barney, and you would never thought Demi Lovato would come out of this situation and start singing songs like that and doing some scandalous stuff. It's a talented woman she is, you know what I'm saying? So, and I never forget when I got my job at the department store, I got tired hearing Cool for the Summer, and it's very explicit. It's trying to make it clean, you know what I'm saying? But when you hear the song Cool for Summer, let me lick your cherry top, kiss one another, don't tell your mother, you know what I'm saying? And it's girls kissing on there, and Demi Lovato showing her naked self, you know what I'm saying? She's trying to, trying to push the Madonna situation, exactly. So I just, and so I'm glad Zendaya is not doing that type of stuff. She give a headshot, and one thing I give, because one thing I'm very weak when people attack me. I do strike back. This woman is very classy. This young woman does not curse. She don't get ratchet, okay? She don't make rants, okay? She does it a Christian way, so I have to give her props for doing that, okay? I mean, I'm very weak when it comes to, especially when I was a little child growing up and not fight back. So you'll get what we going home if you don't fight these people back. And now you get older, the same people that tell you when you get older, they try to tell you to turn the cheek. It's just kind of weird. You know what I'm saying? Contradiction. But my point is hard for me to, you know what I'm saying? So I give her props to have the courage to turn her cheek and not let, you know what I'm saying? And my question is, before I go, why I call her black now, but back in last year, you sit there and say that she was not black, and Leah was, when Leah's grandmother's part named American, okay? You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, it's just silly. So, anyway, let me go ahead. I gotta go to work. It's 12:20. I gotta be at work at 9 o'clock. Y'all, boy, have a nice day.